And next at 10, new since 6, there are signs the Capitol is returning to normal now.
Crews pulled protester signs down over the weekend, prompting the question, will they be preserved or pitched? The night team's David Douglas now with the answer, David.
And we confirmed with our own eyes today, Eric, that the signs have been stacked up for safekeeping, and there's a chance they'll become part of permanent historical records.
Many of the kids said their first few days down here was like a civics lesson.
Signs.
Really just seeing the creativity of citizens.
Everywhere there were signs.
And regardless of how you feel about the protest, this has been an amazing, sustained movement, and it's historic.
Madison Representative Kelda Helen Roys wanted to be sure history was preserved.
There's always been this tension about whether they'll be ripped down. So I offered my office as a temporary storage place. There's just all these signs.
From cartoons to what were once pizza containers, last week she noticed Capitol cleaning staff clearing the walls.
I said, hey, what are you doing? Where are you taking these? And they told me that they were taking them to a storage room in the basement of the Capitol.
Monday afternoon, she took Gus. And here you can see all the signs stacked up for safekeeping.
I'm gratified that in this instance, the right thing happened.
This has become a very powerful and important event.
On East Johnson Street, pieces of the protest have already found their way into an art exhibit.
We were told that the Capitol was going to be shut down, and so we thought, oh dear, all of those signs and all of that material culture and all that visual culture that's a product of the protest is going to go in the trash.
At the Project Lodge, they're on display, right down to the now iconic blue painter's tape.
That was absolutely intentional.
And whether you love this or hate that, you can just read the sign.
People in the future are going to want to look back and see what happened.
And that right there you just saw was a pink slip. And actually a slip. Clever, right? I spoke on the phone just a little while ago with a historian all the way in Montreal following the story here, and he says saving the actual signs, not just pictures, is critical to historians looking back decades from now, particularly when they look at the materials used to make the signs, particularly those Ian's pizza boxes that have become the canvas for so many signs. It's something that historians might be interested in that we might not think they would love to know now, but later they would.
And a lot of creativity going into some of those signs. If people want them back, they can get them back, right?
That is what we hear from the Department of Administration starting tomorrow. If you're interested, in the basement of the state office building right across from the city-county building, and we're going to try to pop the address up here for you there at 1 West Wilson Street. Then the Historical Society will have a chance to save those left over, and the Smithsonian Institute tells me tonight they are sending a representative here to Madison to look through the signs and see if they're interested in any for their collection.
All right, David Douglas reporting. David, thank you.